It's time now for some business news. For that, I'm joined in the studio by Yuka Roy. Hi, Yuka.
Hi, Hexie.
4 key economies in the Asia-Pacific region are having their first virtual summit later this Friday. What's going on there?
And that's right. It's the first meeting, though virtual, that brings together the leaders of the United States, Japan, India and Australia together. And it comes after a decade of lower-level discussions. The so-called Quad group aims to ramp up efforts to cooperate on security, trade, as well as climate change. But the main common concern is China. All 4 have seen their relations deteriorate with Beijing lately and are wary of its vaccine diplomacy and its growing economic power in general. China's GDP accounts for almost half of the Quad group's GDP put together. The leaders have been careful not to link the group explicitly to China. Here's Australia's Prime Minister speaking earlier.
This is about ensuring that we can trade more easily. It's about ensuring that we can do that peacefully, that there is a freedom of movement within the seas and the overflight of the area to ensure there's the facilitation of trade and movement across our great region. And these 4 nations, liberal democracies, standing up for our values, coming together and ensuring that we're an anchor for peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific.
And Yuka, amid Western concerns over China's growing influence, Beijing has launched a virus passport to boost international travel.
Actually, like many countries around the world, tourism was brought all but to a halt last year to the Chinese public in the past year, with the sector taking a hit of 70%. Muna Kassem and Yinka Oyatade have more.
It's the first to officially launch a digital vaccine passport to facilitate international travel. With the scan of a QR code, authorities are able to see the user's COVID-19 test and vaccination history. For the time being, the app is not compulsory for passengers and its use is reserved for the Chinese public.
One is for overseas returnees and the other is for personnel going abroad. These 2 kinds of people can both use the online program respectively.
Chinese authorities are hoping the app will breathe new life into the travel industry, which has been brought to its knees by the pandemic. Tourism represents 11% of China's GDP. It also accounts for 1/10 of the country's jobs. While domestic tourism in China continued unabated, the sector still suffered a 70% decline in 2020. For international travel to get back to pre-pandemic levels, China needs cooperation from other countries.
We hope to launch such mutual recognition mechanisms with other countries on the basis of accommodating each other's concerns. And in order to facilitate cross-border travel, we hope this will foster healthy, safe and the orderly flow of personnel.
With a population of 1.5 billion, China plays a huge role in global tourism. Nearly 170 million Chinese people travelled abroad in 2019.
And you can look now at what's happening on the markets today.
Well, Asian shares are mixed this Friday. This, of course, after US shares rose to record highs following the signing by President Joe Biden of that $1.9 trillion COVID relief package into law.